this, though. Catch was made, put down right on the spot.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. Runs through the contact. And he'll lose yardage on the play. Back at the 37-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Four down. Check.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Now, Barney! Gun! Hot!
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And on the ground they go with a running back. Fights free at the 5. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 85 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Bridgewater to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Bridgewater. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10.
Right,
it's
now,
first down.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Henry's got it out on the left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. Sheds off the tackle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Find out.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down. Get wide now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
We got four. We got four down. Delta.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season
December.
of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Crash. I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far.
Right, now,
here it's 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Leopard, leopard. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd and short. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. That escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Get wide now.
Bridgewater now on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater trying to lay one, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it here with Thompson. Spinning away. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll push the lead up to 17. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Get set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long for Bridgewater. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On third down, Smith. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Brown. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ready? Check. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Bridgewater again. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And they'll go on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And on the ground they go with a running back. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Let's run, fellas, let's run. Oh, right there. Oh, dang, baby.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd down, that's Smith. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down. They're needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On the counter, it's Smith, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Again, it's Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know